Good afternoon. This is Fort Meade Headline News. I'm Army Staff Sergeant Aaron Heiler, and this is a Fort Meade Quickie. On today's Quickie, theft of Defense Information School cameras and the return of the DINFO Student Council. But first, service members are getting an opportunity of a lifetime. The Defense Information School is promoting a healthy lifestyle by joining the Great American Smokeout. The Defense Information School is encouraging service members to kick the habit by joining tomorrow's Great American Smokeout. Some service members don't want to quit.
If cigarettes weren't manufactured in America anymore.
Some are just looking for an excuse.
I get sick of it after a while.
One soldier is very glad he made the decision to quit.
Well, I was challenged to participate in the Great American Smokeout 3 years ago, and I gave up smoking for a day. And a day led to a week to a month, and next thing you know, I was smoke-free.
Sergeant Maud also said his bank account feels a lot better since he stopped smoking. Smokers spend an average of over $1,300 each year on cigarettes and smoking supplies. Reporting for AFN Fort Meade, I'm Army Staff Sergeant Aaron Heiler. While some students are changing their lives for the better, others are taking a darker path. Students at the Defense Information School are paying the price for others' greed. Army Private First Class Brenda Thomas explains how the theft of camera equipment is affecting students.
Performing a job without the proper tools can get very difficult. Some of Fort Meade's Defense Information School, or DINFO's, students are facing this challenge. Student cameras for the videographers and photojournalists were stolen over the past 3 weeks. Officials say the cameras were taken after students left them unattended in public areas. The estimated value of the equipment is $18,000. Students are worried about their performance now that they don't have the proper tools.
So I feel like my grades have really started to suffer with me having to share. I don't have my own equipment anymore. I have to share with other students. We feel like it's unfair because we all want to do well. We all want to make good grades, of course, which is making the stress level go up. And the course was already very difficult.
DINFO's officials are searching for the thief and in the meantime are conducting mandatory briefings on student responsibility. Reporting for AFN Fort Meade, I'm Army Private First Class Brenda Thomas.
While the search continues for the stolen cameras, the DINFO's leadership faces a revolution. The first phase in any revolution is to mobilize the masses. Seaman Kyle Jackson explains how students at the Defense Information School are changing how business gets done.
Officials have reinstated the Student Council at the Defense Information School, or DINFO's. DINFO's faculty brought back the Student Council with their first meeting last Monday. DINFO's faculty created the Student Council to voice concerns of the student body. The 3 members of the group are comprised of the President, Vice President, and Secretary. They meet once a month with DINFO's leadership to discuss ongoing concerns of the student body. The middleman between the Student Council and the DINFO's faculty says the group has always addressed the important issues.
Greater access to internet, new parking. We're trying to find additional parking that's close and convenient, so that's one of the issues. The other thing would be just greater allowance through the day, access to check email, personal space, and things like that.
Student councils of the past gathered resources to provide many of the things around DINFO's today.
Like the ATM at the front of the building,
The vending machines, and greater access to the school. The reinstated Student Council will meet again to discuss students' concerns on the first Monday of June. Reporting for AFN, I'm Seaman Kyle Jackson.
Leaders at the Defense Information School are expecting great things from the new Student Council. That's all for this edition of the Fort Meade Quickie. Join us every hour on the hour for your next Quickie. For Headline News Fort Meade, I'm Army Staff Sergeant Aaron Heiler. You stay classy, Fort Meade.